Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the New York Jets and the London Bulldogs. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
On the ready.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Shoot.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Bravo.
Second and 4. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Looking to throw. Miller. And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Back to throw. Miller. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. It's first and goal. A chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. Looking to throw. Miller. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy. Take care of the football. We're on the road. You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you. Move on. Long way to go in this one.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
All day, just like that. Hey, we got to snap it. We got to sign it.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. The 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Taysom Hill, 76 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They go with Chubb on second down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Sua Craven's up to make the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Miller. Off play action. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
X3, 218, chopper. Here we go.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive.
Check. 3 down. 31's the mic.
Yeah. Hey, high 7.
31's the mic.
Miller now. From the gun, he'll throw. Got his target, Samuel. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Back to throw. Miller. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
2nd and 5. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Blue Dan. 51, 54. You ain't going nowhere. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
I know he ain't got it.
54.
From the gun, here's Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They're going for it. It's Watson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down. Where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first.
Box drop, box drop.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. They'll get 5 on the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw. Miller throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Hey, Haywood.
31's the mic. Squeeze, down the middle. 31's the mic. Here we go. 31's the mic. Oh, here we go. Oh, 31's the mic. Oh,
2nd and 13. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the run. 31's the mic. Let's go, defense. Our time.
Here's Miller operating from the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They'll try the left side. It's Evans. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Mark set. 19. They can't hang with us. At 24.
Coach time, defense.
There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
At 24.
Watson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
No gain on this defense, no gain. 51. Mike 51.
Let's go, baby.
Throwing again is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
What is that? 19!
Hey,
That's 59!
let's go.
On first down, Watson. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Here we go, G.
And let's go!
To throw on third down. Watson forced out to his left. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, Sue!
31's the mic.
Hey, come on out here, come get some.
Miller looking to throw on second down. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hey, Team 6! Team 6!
Now Miller from the gun on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. Back to throw. Miller. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Looking to throw. Miller, he's got this one complete to Perriman. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me.
Ready?
Back to throw. Miller steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check, Delta.
55 is my guy, 55. Yo. Yo. Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
And that will be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike.
Out of the gun, Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting him in jeopardy right now.
31's the mic. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Miller now on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be caught. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 57 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Looking to throw. Miller. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run it with Johnson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They'll give it to Chubb. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Here we go with Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
This fielded at the 2.
That's it, baby. We got work.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st and 10, Watson. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. It's Hill, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a 1st down.
That's another London 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Reset. 19. 53. Mike.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
On 1st down, it's Evans. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go.
54.
57. Exit.
Now Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Nice, sweetheart.
Hey, 59.
53's the mic.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. He gets it to Cooks. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Watson now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Evans. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. He completes it to Evans. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Watson going to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Randall Cobb there to make the grab. And his guys are going to retake the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Right here, guys. Fight.
Watson looks to throw again, and he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Let's go.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Here we go.
Get it.
Here's Miller on first and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 38. Now Chubb. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Second and 6. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Back to throw. Miller. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on fourth down? They'll go for it. Miller throwing on fourth down. And now look at him go. And it's a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
You ready?
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
You got three down. 31's the mic. Watch the screen.
Now Miller to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Miller. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it. Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Gary and Conley. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. After the interception, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
54! 59! Jim!
Throwing now, Watson. He's got Fuller. The 40, 30, 10, touchdown. Will Fuller, 93 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he lost the football. It's going the other way. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
And they will take a knee here. And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Mike's 50. Let's go. You. Mike's 50, Mike.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Now that's the way to open up a game on defense. Back-to-back sacks. We know that someone's come to play today.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now back to throw. Going deep here for Allen. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 23.
Come on, fellas. Over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here I come.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And an alley to run. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine, because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Mike's 50. Bandit. Hey. 50. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. I got it with him.
2nd and 4. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Keep playing hard.
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that...
He's by himself. Keenan Allen past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. A game there of 30 big ones. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
Forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Check right, check right. 49, check 49, check 49. Shift.
Check. Look.
You got to go right here. You got to right side.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Man open. It's Goodwin. They'll get 34 yards there. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's go. 49.
57 colors, 57 colors. Let's go, baby.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Chargers take
Good
over
work, boy.
first
Let's go. Let's
their
go.
own 25-yard line.
On the
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Joker, 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 Joker. Shot. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Defense wins championship.
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
You tighten up. Exit. Let's go. You tighten up. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Come on. 15.
Hey, watch edge. Check.
Watch it.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Topper.
Hey, 57 colors.
58, boys. 58.
Now Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 20. And a Kansas City Chiefs.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
I don't need to.
14. Chiefs 6.
Mike's 56. Mike's
Yellow.
Coming to you.
Mahomes now on 1st down.
I got you.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Get him!
44's the Mike. 44's Mike. Check. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Heavy? 2nd and long.
Give me something.
And the pressure gets to him again. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Mike, 44.
Watch the slant.
Back to throw. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Now, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
14, he's going deep. Get him. Single.
They'll try and throw for it here. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Mahomes looking for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's make these back home, yo.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
For a rookie first rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. Watch switch. Mike's 50. Hey, they're scared. Go.
Watch safety creeping.
They'll look to throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
All right, here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. Going deep here for Allen. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And an alley to run. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number 1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
To try again after the sack, Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't it? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
He's going to fire this thing deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. An explosive 38-yard pickup. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Raheem Mostert, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4th. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Charger drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
He'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 31, Mahomes got his man. It's Eifert. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Mostert. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Mahomes firing complete, and he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
56 to Mike.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Room here to run. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now Mostert. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This is Mostert. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because
and that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. Looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Tight end's right. 3 down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll look Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So that one will be accepted.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Check, 180.
Check, 48's the mic.
59.
On first down, Stafford here. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it second down. Well, for these two franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play a scoreless game against the hometown Portsmouth Spartans in front of 6,500 fans. 4 years later, the Portsmouth Spartans would move to Detroit. Anyways, 90 seasons later, after some rebranding, a couple relocations, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL still lives on. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Murray and company going for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Set, waiting.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Probably a little bit of a surprise. there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football, and how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. Deep for the Cardinals, Christian Kirk. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Good one, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnover. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know. Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out 1st downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And James has it. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now Johnson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Hassan Reddick in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Check 9, check 9.
Check 31, check 31.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Push him back. Squeeze.
Murray now on first down. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
51 the mic.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 57 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
22. Buzz.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready. Yellow 80. I'm coming.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Hurry.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it with Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's our field.
Hurry.
Hey, it's our route.
Check 3.
Throwing is Stafford. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ready.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
Hey, check. 48's Mike. Hey, Haywood.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
An
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Alert! Hey! Motion, motion, motion!
Mike, 48. Mike, 48. Yeah, that's not.
Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
32. Hey, Alpha.
Check, 48's the mic.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. White. Don't be scared of it.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
10. Hey, 22.
They snap it to Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. On 2nd down now, Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. With his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
At the 39-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
You think you gonna go? You think you gonna go? Watch the shit.
Here's Murray. There's the first NFL grab for Andy Isabella. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Check pass, check pass.
Let's go now. 51 line it. 15 line it.
It's our time. He's coming. Double up.
Hey.
He's coming. Double up.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run. Back here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 with that. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Mike, 48. Hey, 50. Wild Bill. Hey, 70.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Let's go.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray, and he's going to go down again. Deshaun Hand picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Yep.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
This job. We go trap. Ladies. We go back to 48 right now. Let's go. It's a party now.
On first down, Swift. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They run. It's Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And nothing but daylight ahead. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Lions take over.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now Stafford jumping it off for Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Throwing on second and long. Stafford toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
22.
So they will go for it. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. On first down, Drake. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground with Drake. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Set, ready, 70 ending. 64, weak, showing up.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
You got it.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down, it's Drake, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Set, hut. Hey, come on. Down to lose 1. Double tight, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Hopper.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Yeah, the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Ready. Lady. Check 48's the mic. Here we go.
Stafford now to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
48 for Mike.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Rabbit.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. From his own goal line, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Lions punter now. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Kirk now, the return man.
You ain't going nowhere. Come on, baby, let's go. Get it done. Let's go.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
51's the mark.
Here's Murray from midfield. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw, it's Murray. And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Murray now to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Able to find Isabella. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. Several media outlets thought Andy Isabella was the top receiver in this year's class out of UMass. He dominated his senior year there. 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. They really say that he can just take a top off a defense. He ran a 4.31 40 at the Combine, third fastest of all attendees. And then he was taken 62nd. A lot of experts think he was a major bargain with loads of potential. First down, Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella now with his third touchdown in his first ever NFL game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Lions take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
10. Hey, Zoo.
Check.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception. Wow.
You're not nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Back to throw it, Murray. This one caught by Isabella.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Throwing now is Murray. Got his man. It's Williams. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Here's Murray. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
That's how we do it, baby.
It's fourth down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week one.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football,
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys